What it do, what it do, what it do. Welcome back, welcome back. I'm glad to see you came back to another episode. Um, first and foremost, I hope you've been taking care of yourself. Cause you sure see I've been doing my thing. I had just stopped and noticed that it was a good area to record right here. I was cycling and just chilling for a little moment and just decided to record right here. So yeah, I do have a few things I want to touch on though. One main thing I want to touch on, which I kind of talked about it in the POV video, but really want to get into it here. I don't want to get my ass hit. Let me stand up a little bit. Appreciate you, brother. I needed that win too. I ain't gonna lie. But yeah, one of the main things I really want to talk about here is getting more involved in the community. You know, one thing I really did a lot of research on, and I have been doing a lot of research on lately, is going down to city council and just sitting in those meetings, actually seeing what they're doing with the money that they're supposed to be benefiting to the city or funding the city with. I've really been interested in seeing what they've been doing with their money, simply because you don't really see too much change happening around the city. You know, we have a lot of buildings, we have a lot of, to me, we have a lot of opportunities, a lot of things we can build on here, but we don't build on those things for some reason. I don't know why. But I took it upon myself to, within the next few months, to actually just sit down and, go down to City Hall and sit in those meetings and actually see what they're talking about. Make sure it's still recording. See what they're talking about. So, get more involved with my community and know how I can affect things on a different scale, pretty much. So I took that upon myself. And one thing I really, damn, nigga, you ain't gotta drive slow, drive. One thing I noticed about us is that we live in the age of information, but we don't take advantage of the information. And I know what you're kind of thinking, what you mean by the age of information. The age of information is basically, we live in an era where we have access to so much knowledge, so many tools, so many ways to better ourselves, but we don't. We kind of became lazier as time progresses. And I only speak on it because I kind of find myself doing that. You know, you find different ways to not want to do something by compensating to do something else. So one of those things I used to neglect doing was running and just running and just exercising in itself. I used to hate that a lot. Even though I played sports and stuff, I still used to hate exercising. But I made it my mission to get up every day and to exercise, get up, you know, and really just, instead of talking about doing something or talking about a problem, just being a relief to the problem. And that's one thing I really noticed, like living here in Memphis. Like, a lot of people complain, yes, like I always state, yes, it may be a bad city or a bad place, but it's all about what you make of your perspective. If it's so bad and so harmful, why you still here? Like, why you still live here? If it's not what your living standard should be, leave. Like, not I ain't saying like forcing you out, but like, you know, put yourself in a better position not to be in a violent situation. And change your mindset if you're gonna be here. Like, don't complain about the problem, fix the problem. Do the things that you know that other people are not doing, to where like, all right, cool, I see we got big problems here, but I'm holding up my end. I'm holding up my end on trying to do something that nobody has ever seen before, or do something that has not become, or this, what's the word, fell out of the norm. So just bringing those things back and just really just, you know, just being comfortable with who you are. And taking things back to the basics, you know, just really just getting up every day, thanking the Lord for the day, praising Him, not just praising when you need something or want something, you know, always thanking every day that you have and every day that you breathe. Getting up, exercising, reading books, finding a hobby or something, you know, get into something that's different, or get into something that you never thought you would ever see yourself getting into. I never thought I'd see myself getting into photography, but to be honest with you, it's pretty fun, you know. It really shows you, it shows you a different lens on life, and it shows you how you can impact things on a different scale, and you can impact things on a broader scale and not just do what everybody else is doing. Because, I mean, it's easy to, you know, become a rapper, or, you know, do whatever people doing nowadays. I don't know what people doing. But, you know, it's easy to fall in what everybody else is doing. But it really be hard for you to find yourself, I wouldn't even say sticking out in the crowd, but just being who you are. A lot of people don't be who they are. They trying to find something that's cool, that's accepted in society, and then like that should just be like a phase. Like it just be a real phase. It should just temporary. It's a temporary effect, and a lot of people catch themselves in that temporary effect. So when the phase goes away, they find themselves in a blank state of mind. You really don't have a true identity. You just going with whatever social media telling you to do. And one thing I